Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with The Sopranos. Last time around, denial, anger, acceptance. It's not just a river in Egypt. Or whatever pun works for anger and acceptance. Okay, this is already off to a great start. Anyway, last time around, Tony, the reason it's called denial, anger, and acceptance was not just so I could make a terrible joke, but was actually because Tony is dealing with the slow deterioration of Jackie, the acting boss, who is pretty much just withering away due to his cancer. And, and Tony was talking with the therapist of, he's not afraid to die if it's for something, to enter Valhalla, but that is not the way to go. Meanwhile, let me see what else I have on the notes from last week. Chris got a talking to because of Junior, and it was about what you would expect. So, Meadow bought speed for her friend Hunter from Chris. That'll probably go over well. And Tony was also dealing with a couple Jews who were having a problem with their son-in-law. That sounded better in my head. But now they're in the motel business, so yeah. And I want to say there was something else, but I can't remember. So yeah, so either way, I mean, we'll remember it as it becomes relevant to this episode. So yeah. Anywho, that is pretty much that. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right into this episode of The Sopranos. Here we go. Back again. Okay, I'm starting to think this isn't actually... Oh. Is he reading a Chinese newspaper? What's happening? He's just like, I don't know what the fuck's happening. Oh! It's all just a dream. Eh. I've had dreams like that. Just weird nonsense happening. Ah, hell yeah, let's go! Let's play some Mario Kart 64, baby!
Ready?
Yeah.
Go. Watch out for the ghosts.
He's not...
This thing ain't steering right.
Yeah, kicking your butt.
I mean, it is a Nintendo 64 controller, but I think you have to use... You have to hold down the A button in order for it to work.
Dad, you have to concentrate. New game.
Dad, you gotta use more than one hand.
It's called a handicap.
Come on, stop.
Are you playing with a handicap? Because you're only using one hand. Like, they can't be like, James, you have to use two hands.
Andretti, you listening to me?
Good night, Dad.
Good night.
Well, it was a nice moment anyway.
Where'd you park?
In the parking lot?
Chris, did you break your neck too? What happened? God, their accent is starting to slip up, to wear off on me.
Christopher, you gave crystal meth to his daughter.
Which I'm not sure he knows.
Don't just yell that in the hospital. Oh no, he's got a pager.
Your mother blows. That's a real original message.
Yeah, maybe she does, right, Ann? Yeah.
Oh yeah? Then why'd
That's
you start
all
with
you're
all the
putting
donuts
on
you
his
sent us at
beeper?
camp?
Oh. He's getting there a little bit.
Somebody sees me, they tell somebody else, all of a sudden I'm a celebrity.
I thought we made some progress on your narcissism.
Meh.
Who are you?
Why is that so important for you to know?
You know, my mother told me never to answer a question with a question.
Nah.
I don't like the people here.
You don't know the people here.
In that city. Grown men soiling themselves.
Not like that anymore, Ma.
They're Giuliani.
Maybe we should just stick to the field trip.
Mothers throwing their babies out of skyscraper windows.
You know, you're always with the babies out the windows.
I wish the Lord would take me now.
Okay, grief.
You know, I come here to get cheered up. You think that's a mistake?
You being sarcastic.
You know, you can't put all your problems on me. This is the most expensive retirement community in New Jersey. And if you wanted to, you could be happy here. But you're just pissing it all down the drain.
With beautiful language for your mother.
Brendan didn't deserve this. Don't try to talk me out of it.
Listen to me. You can't touch Mikey.
Your fucking uncle's pissing on your head. What do you expect me to do?
I'm on it, D. I know where Mikey's house is over by Route 10. No. He tries to leave, you break his other neck.
I didn't know he had two. Alright, Tony's gonna deal with it. Why do you want to take a staple gun? Oh!
Look, your suit's wrinkled. Here, let me fix it up for you.
Oh god.
What are you screaming about? Free alterations.
Oh!
Mr. Spot.
Oh!
That nephew of yours, we gave a high colonic. He earns good.
It's coming up.
Okay. He works for me now.
Excuse me?
Maybe he gives you agita for a change.
You got some set of balls, you know that? Absolutely not. What's the matter with you? Why can't we talk like adults anymore? Huh?
Out. Next time you come heavy or not at all.
You don't mean that.
Lucky for you, they stopped off that package store.
Yeah, I got a juice.
Yeah, I could smell the potatoes.
Hey, listen, asshole. Huh?
He's not even a PI, he's just a cop.
You ever hear of probable cause?
Oh, yeah, that's a real good legal.
You resisting arrest?
Hey!
Vin, will you fucking call it? Vin!
He can't do that!
Get back in the car.
He didn't do anything
Man.
wrong!
Back in the car now.
Like, what is he doing? Like, what?
Outside of Schmucko, she don't get out much. But she does see a shrink.
She what?
Yeah, sees a shrink.
Your shrink
Once a
sees
week.
a shrink.
His name is Elliot.
My uncle's a stubborn man.
Stubborn enough to go to war?
What kind of word is that?
Meh.
Now face it, T. You and Junior are gonna have to duke it out. You gotta be boss.
Number one, I love the man. Number two, he's got New York behind him.
Oh, yeah.
If anything, God bless your uncle. But he's living in the wrong century, and New York knows it.
So Tony's dad is still alive. He's just in jail.
You still owe me for 4th of July.
Bottle rockets? I paid for them.
Not for the M80s. Remember the ones he blew up the frogs with?
Oh, yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Eh.
Dickwad.
Asshole.
Oh! Here we go again.
Let me go!
Why, so I can kick your ass
I
again?
was kicking your ass. Nobody won. It was a draw. Yeah. The pit tomorrow. 3 o'clock.
Oh no. A challenge.
Your kid still got that killer crossover dribble.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. That's gonna get him a scholarship.
So how's Anthony?
Yeah, he's moody, you know.
Meh.
Kid that age, you know.
Just carrying an
It was nice
axe.
seeing you, Tony.
I'll have Carmela call Joni. We'll get together.
Linda.
Linda.
But that's great, Tony. That's great. I'll see you around.
Boy, he really did his best to get out of there. Uh-oh. There he goes.
Come, I'm gonna quit.
Did you bring this up with him?
Yeah. He knows. I guess.
Doesn't sound like it.
No, you don't understand.
That's why you're in therapy. Because I don't understand. I'm telling you, Tony, if you give up now, I'm gonna have to reevaluate things.
What does that
What is
mean?
that? Huh? I got a very sensitive job. I'm not an average Joe on the block. I gotta spell it out for you?
It's our marriage, Tony.
Therapy is too much exposure.
Fine. You live with the results then.
What's that, a threat?
No, Tony, it's a rave review. Get your own fucking pills.
Okay. Like many things, that escalated very quickly.
And there's my mother. Pay $4,000 a month for this place, and she acts like I'm an Eskimo pushing her out to sea.
She's testing. Same as your uncle.
Like little kids.
There's a good book about this. I'll give you the name.
Oh, I read, I go right out.
It's Strategies for Coping with Elder Family.
Can't fucking spank them, though.
Meh.
Would it hurt you to let your mother think that she's still in charge?
Chris, you know there's no one I'd rather give my 10 points to than you.
It's all right. It's not your fault.
Oh, I'm glad that you say that, man.
Oh.
Sneaky motherfucker!
Discombobulate.
Kill you!
No, the yo-yo. I mean, you can still probably fix that, but... Is he gonna back down? Because of his dad?
I knew you'd chicken out.
One of Gangland's youngest alleged leaders died late this afternoon at St. Isaac's Hospital. Giacomo Jackie Aprile, allegedly one of the state's top mafia figures, was first hospitalized last year. Authorities called Aprile the acting boss for 74-year-old Ercole Eckley DeMeo. Currently serving a life.
Okay, it's not his dad, but still.
Aprile was 44 years old.
Thank you, Heather.
He was 44?
Turn now to Chuck.
God damn it. I was just there. He told me it wouldn't go today.
I'll never forget where I was this day.
Okay. Yeah, you were at the club with your tits out when Jackie died. Where were you, folks? Where were you when Jackie died?
A great friend. The Jackie. Buonanima.
Bonanima. I don't know what that means.
Here we go. War of 99.
Oh, boy.
Go with.
Did you just park in the middle of the street? Fuck, he's going in with a gun loaded.
Our friend Jackie has died.
I heard.
And we need a leader.
We do.
This could be a problem.
Sopranos have been waiting a long time to take the reins. That's why I want it to be you, Uncle Joe.
Really?
Come here. Crazy. Chidrul. You had me worried there.
What do you think? I'm gonna mess with a guy like you? Huh? What have you been pumping iron? Look at you, strong as a bull. Hey, call Parcells. Give this guy a tryout, huh? Come here.
Don't be the bullshit.
Just one thing. You know I can't be perceived to lose face, right? Bloomfield. And the paving union. It's my asking price.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Sometimes you're so naive. What do you think Dad does for a living?
Waste management.
Do you know any other garbage men who live in a house like this?
Uncle Jackie.
And why do we call him Uncle when he's not even related?
Meh.
He's in Dad's other family.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'll print it out for you.
Oh my god. Megabytes of bad guy. I fucking love this website.
I think I'm starting to lose it. I was standing in line this morning in the donut shop. A man in a booth looked at me. All of a sudden, I started shaking uncontrollably. The lady says, next. I ran away.
Wait, you just fucking traumatized, jeez. Well, his worldview has changed.
I guess I live a sheltered existence.
How so?
Well, this got flipped.
My friend got beat up. By a policeman, no less.
Oh, yeah?
It was a nightmare.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if this cop was crazy or drunk or what. But he was raving. Prime rib, hamburger. It was surreal.
Fucking moron.
I mean, why did he do it?
I mean,
you know?
Sounds like this guy. Fucking moron.
But you still have your doubts?
About therapy? No. Give it another chance. Got a lot of good ideas here. Know how to cope.
That's great.
Tell me why this was a smart move to make Junior the big Willie.
Look at him. He's content. Thinks he's the king of kings.
Meh.
Truth is, every decision is made by me. The house is secure.
Yeah?
Meh.
Only now we gotta...
T, check out the government.
They're very subtle.
Show them right to left. Get Uncle Joe's good side.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Alright, now give me a minute. Give me a minute because I need to rev up the motor in my head. It's like a temperamental lawnmower. I need to get my brain going before I can really get into this episode. I mean, I don't know though. I don't know. This is an interesting one. I mean, they're all interesting, so it's not like that's a special thing. Oh, you know, hot off the presses, The Sopranos is interesting, but I don't know. Okay, so Junior is now acting boss. So I'm glad they specified this specifically. So I was right that Tony's father, who was the boss, is long dead, which makes sense because of how Livia, you know, kind of deifies him. You're saying he was a saint, you know, and they had a different boss that was in charge. He's currently locked up by the feds, so that's why Jackie was acting boss, and now Junior is the boss. So I completely understand Tony's line of thinking. You know, he wanted to make sure that there was a smooth transition of power, and you know, while it does look like, you know, oh, Tony, you know, he backed down from Junior, I mean, at the same time, it just makes sense. Because, yeah, if Tony took over as boss and stole it from Junior, then, yeah, there would be a war. It's exactly what they said. It'd be the War of 99, you know? Like, that would be a problem for succession, you know? Whereas if you give it to him, I mean, let's face the facts. He is old, you know. He is old. They don't say how old he is, but he's got to be around a similar age to Tony's mother, you know? So I would put him, 60s, maybe 70s, you know? I mean, they did say, he did just say, it's like, oh, they lived through World War II. World War II would have been about 50-something years ago at this point, because this is 99. So, I don't know. But yeah, I'd probably put him in his 60s or 70s, but I mean, I would have put Jackie up there a little bit, but no, honestly, Jackie wasn't even, they said he was 44 years old. Good grief, man. Good grief. But yeah, but I understand making Junior the boss. It's a smooth transition of power. He did get something out of it as well. He did get two things out of it, specifically his price, which Junior agreed to immediately. But it is good, and it's what they say is that Tony is still going to be calling shots. Like yes, Junior is he's a happy camper. He thinks he's the king of kings, but it just means that while he's there, happy and content, Tony can go about his business, without being so heavily scrutinized, So yeah, so that was good. Chris is becoming a problem, honestly, which, I mean, I don't fully blame him. I don't fully blame Chris for this because, I mean, he was taken out, given that warning. His friend is dead because of it, It's like, I don't blame him for, wanting to go to war with Junior Soprano, But Chris is now becoming a problem because he wants to go. He wants to fight. And Tony's like, no, we got to take this back. It's not about the fight. It's about, like, this isn't a game of Call of Duty, Even though 1999 there is no Call of Duty. They're fucking playing Mario Kart 64, Which that's a whole other mess to itself. The fact that they could not just be like, James, you gotta play. You put your left hand on the stick, you put your right hand on the other side, and you hold the A button to go. Now look, are many adults watching The Sopranos gonna know that? Maybe not. And to be fair, there's probably no kids watching The Sopranos in 1999. But I mean, even the kid playing AJ, which is what I'm gonna call him now because I can't call him Junior, and I don't want to call him Anthony, so AJ it is. But he wasn't like, oh, that's how you play the game. You don't just hold it, and that's just that. Luigi doesn't just go on his own, We can't. It's fine. But anyway, but it's not a game of Call of Duty. It's not a game of Call of Duty where you're just going around trying to kill, and try to win. That's what Chris wants. Whereas Tony is playing the game of chess, He's playing chess with Junior, and it's about strategy, it's about small moves until eventually you hit checkmate, So, and it's interesting, because we talked about the through line of this show being, at the end of episode 1, where Junior says, oh, maybe something should be done about Tony. But there are a couple things from episode 1 that now I've been informed aren't fully, like, they don't fully carry through, because episode 1 was shot a year before episode 2, and some things do change between episodes. For instance, episode 1 makes it sound like Tony is the boss, but episode 2 brings in Jackie, and Tony becomes a captain, basically. So that's the thing, and they figure it out. They figured it out because, while, Junior has the line in episode 1 of, you may control North Jersey, but you don't control your Uncle Junior. But now that's been changed to, Tony is in charge of North Jersey, whereas Junior is in charge of New York specifically. Like they make it work, so it's like honestly, it's like there's not too much different. There's not a lot that does change between these episodes, but still, it's like. But when I talk about that sort of through line that's established at the end of episode 1, it's still there. It is still there, but it's gone more of, instead of a escalation that will eventually lead to war, it is more of the chess game now between Tony and Junior. So that's the thing. It is interesting, the whole concerns with Dr. Melfi. That was her name, right? I think that was it. I remember Jennifer, but I'm pretty sure it's Dr. Melfi. So, yeah, that's it. So, and while I'm here, yeah, John Hurd, that was it, playing the detective, which was interesting. So yeah, so his concerns with Dr. Melfi. I remember a long time ago, maybe not a long time ago, probably just a year or two, a couple years ago, I remember there was a video on YouTube. It's like, real ex-gangster, reviews gangsters in media, basically. It was some video like that. You can probably still find it. But yeah, it was a guy talking about, like, I think talking about like The Godfather or something like that and something else. And he did get to The Sopranos. The only thing he really commented on was just like Tony going to a therapist. And I think he said something like, like, oh, if an actual mob boss went to a therapist, he'd be dead in a trunk, dead in a ditch by the end of the day. And so would the therapist, And so that's an interesting thing, That's an interesting thing, like, with the security concern that he has. To the point that he had a detective follow her, basically, to see that she was all legit, And she is. She's a legit... I mean, to a point that she's almost sheltered, basically. But she is very legit. So... But that was interesting. Now, why this detective, why John Hurd beat the shit out of her boyfriend, I don't know. But I like when she's talking about that. It's like, this cop, he beat him up. He started talking about hamburgers and stuff, and Tony just has his look like, oh, shit, that guy went too far. Damn it, So I like that. That was kind of funny, but it was interesting. I like that moment of her talking to him, about her troubles. Like that was an interesting thing. Even though, yes, it is completely unprofessional for her to do, but I like it. And I think that, honestly, maybe that might have helped Tony, like, knowing she is a real person, She's not just this voice that infuriates you every Wednesday. It's, she is a real person. She does have her own real problems. And maybe that kind of helps. Maybe that kind of helps him. Now, granted, the other part of that is if he doesn't go to therapy, apparently Carmela's ready for a divorce. Okay, I'm not going to say that came out of nowhere, but, like, that was a very sudden escalation, But I don't know. And then there's everything with AJ, who, again, I'm going to call him AJ. I can't call him Junior because there is a Junior, and I don't want to call him Anthony Jr. because that's just too long, so I'm just going to go with AJ. AJ finding out the truth about his father is really interesting. I love at the funeral when it's just like, oh, check out the government, and there's just a dude with a giant camera just standing there taking pictures, and it's like, wow, the government is so subtle, But yeah, but I like that. And it's interesting, yeah, AJ just didn't know the truth about his father, and I guess now he's conflicted about it. So that'll be interesting. It's interesting that, like, I don't know, I guess it's like finding out Santa Claus isn't real. It's like, oh yeah, your older sister already knows this, but you didn't know it, so she had to print off that website, God, that must have taken forever. A, it should have taken forever for that to load. B, by God, how long does it take to print that website in 1999, you know? Man, I kind of miss websites like that, though, you know? Like that, back in the day. Back in the day, man, back in the day. I say that as if I was on the internet in 1999. No, I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off now. I was 2 in 1999. Mid-1999, too. I was born in July of 1997, so... But I do remember some of the older websites from when I was a kid, so yeah, I'm sorry if I've made anyone seem really old now. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm only 26. I'm 26, and I was 2 years old in 1999. So anyway, but that whole thing with AJ is interesting. I'll be interested if that goes. I mean, I'm sure it'll go somewhere, but I don't know. It's an interesting thing to have in this episode, but yeah. As for everything else, I don't know. I guess that kind of covers everything, you know? Again, my head, my mind is it's like a lawnmower. There's like when you tug on the thing and it starts and you gotta tug it again, and then finally it gets going, and then you can go mow your lawn, you know? That's like how my brain is after these videos, so yeah, but I think I covered everything. Very interesting stuff, and I'm curious to see where we are going now with the new boss, Junior Soprano, and how Tony's going to deal with that. But yeah, good stuff, and I'm curious to see where we are going next time. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Sopranos reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.